Hello and welcome to Lesson 2, page 19 in the Pre-Level 1 book. This is the song titled Hear the Wind Blow. And today we're going to be learning two new rhythms to add alongside our walk notes and our running notes. But before we review our new rhythms today, let's talk about quickly how to find C and then middle C so we're ready to play our song with one note. Then we'll get into our new rhythms. So as always, in the top right corner of the page, there is a picture of how we can find our note C, but let's head on over to our keyboards and find it together. So we've been talking about in our last two videos the groups of 2 and the groups of 3 black keys that repeat all up and down the piano. Remember, that's our guide to learning our keys on the piano. And we started under a group of 2 black keys. And under a group of 2 black keys, there are 1, 2, 3 white keys, and we are starting with that first white key, which is the note C. Go ahead and find a C on your piano. And if we want to find middle C, a fun trick, remember, is to stretch our hands out all the way across our keyboard or piano and then pull our hands together to the center of our bodies. Look for a group of 2 black keys that your hand has landed closest to, and that first note or first white key under that group of 2 black keys will be the note middle C, which is the one that we're going to use to play Hear the Wind Blow. See if your middle C sounds like mine. Great job, and now we're ready to dive into our 2 new rhythms we're going to use in the song Hear the Wind Blow. So starting off, it's not a walk note, although it kind of looks like one. Remember, our walk note looks a little like this, but this is a half note. And a half note gets 2 beats, and we're actually going to hold down the piano key for 2 beats when we play one. And it sounds just like this. 1, 2. And to help us remember it's called a half note, we could even say half note like this. Half note, which is the same as 1, 2. And remember, we also like to clap our rhythms to practice them. So if we want to clap a half note, what we do at Piano Lab is we clap our hands for the first beat, 1, and then we bring our hands down like this, 2, for the second beat. And sometimes we say, hold for 2. So remember to hold the note. Or we might say half note to hold the half note. Let's practice first by clapping a half note together. I'll say 1, 2, and then we'll clap one half note. 1, 2, half note. Why don't we try 2 half notes in a row clapping? Here we go. 1, 2, half note. Half note. Great job. And now let's try to play our first half note on the piano. Remember, for the half note, we're pressing down the piano key and we're holding it down so the sound stays. We're not pressing 1, 2, because that would be 2 walk notes. We want to hold the key for 2 beats, then pick it back up. So let's practice by playing our first half note together after I count 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, half note off. Great job, and let's do 2 half notes in a row just like we did with our claps. 1, 2, half note, half note. Great work, and now we're ready to look at the next rhythm that appears in our song Hear the Wind Blow at the very end. And this one is called a whole note. So a whole note gets twice as much as the half note. It gets 4 beats. And there's a fun way that we remember the name of the whole note at Piano Lab. We also call this a pizza note, which I know is a little silly. But we call it a pizza note because we can remember that when I order a pizza, I eat the whole pizza. And that helps us remember that it's called a whole note. And the whole note gets 4 beats. Maybe we can think about it like you get 4 slices of pizza to eat. And that will be the 4 beats for the whole note. So the whole note, again, the same thing. When we clap it, we clap for the first beat and we do hold. Then we go down for 2, and you come back up, 3, 4. So all together, hold, 2, 3, 4. Because a whole note gets 4 beats. Let's try to clap one whole note together. I'll say 1, 2, here we go, and then we'll clap a whole note. 1, 2, here we go, and clap. 2, 3, 4, and off. Great job. And now we're ready to play our first whole note on the piano. So let's place one finger on middle C. And remember, we're going to press and hold that key for 2, 3, 4. Remember, we're not playing 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 walk notes or maybe some running notes. We want to hold 2, 3, 4. Make sure you hold down that key. And after 4 beats, we let go. So let's play our first whole note. 1, 2, play with me, and hold 2, 3, 4, and off. Great work, and now let's start to go line by line through our song, Hear the Wind Blow. There's lots of patterns in this song, and we almost play half notes through the whole song, but we're still going to practice each line together. So in line 1, we have hold for 2, or half note, half note, half note. So we have 4 half notes in a row. And we might think, well, that sure is easy. And it is pretty easy, but we want to make sure that we're reading the music. That's the trick to this song, is we want to keep our eyes on each half note, because you want to play only 4 half notes for each of these lines. Not 3, not 5, but 4. And it's up to us to keep track of which half note we're on. So for each half note you play, make sure your eyes follow the half notes that you're playing. So let's get ready to try 4 half notes in a row together on line 1. Let's get our finger ready on C. 1, 2, here we go, and hold for 2, half note, half note, half note. Very good. And we're going to repeat the same thing on line 2, but again, let's keep going line by line. This will be great practice for us. So we're just holding those half notes. Line 2 now, make sure you're keeping your eyes on each of the half notes we play. 1, 2, here we go, and hold for 2, and hold for 2, and half note, one more, half note, and off. Excellent. Moving to the third line, guess what? It's the same thing. 4 half notes, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. So we're doing a great job with this. Let's continue and do line number 3 together. Hands ready on middle C. 1, 2, here we go, and hold for 2, and half note, and hold for 2, and hold for 2, and off. Nice job. Now we're ready for the last line of Hear the Wind Blow. And don't forget about our whole note or pizza note that gets 4 beats at the end of the song. So we're going to do hold for 2, hold for 2, and then we'll hold 2, 3, 4. Let's get our hands ready on middle C to play the fourth line. 1, 2, last line, play, and hold for 2, hold for 2, hold 2, 3, 4, and off. Great job working through the song Hear the Wind Blow. Now we're ready to go back to the beginning. And let's first try to play the first line and the second line without stopping. Then we're going to take a quick pause. Then we'll play the third line and the fourth line without stopping. Then we'll begin the full performances of the song, because we want to get good at making sure we know which half note we're on. So this time we're watching now all 8 of these half notes we're going to play. All right, first 2 lines, hands ready on middle C. 1, 2, here we go. And hold for 2, hold for 2, half note, half note, second line. Hold for 2, hold for 2, half note, half note, and off. Great work, and let's move to lines 3 and 4 now. Remember line 3, the same thing we've been playing, 4 half notes, but line 4, remember the change, 2 half notes and our whole note at the end of the song. Hands ready. 1, 2, here we go. And hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2. Last line. Hold for 2, hold for 2, and hold 2, 3, 4, and off. Excellent work. Now we've played through both halves of the song, the first half and the second half, and we are ready to try our first full performance. Remember, the first performance is going to be nice and slow at the speed that we have been playing at, and the second time through we'll go just a little bit faster. So starting at the very beginning of the song, let's get our finger ready on middle C. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. And hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2. Second line, half note, half note, half note, half note. Third line, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2. Last line, half note, half note, and hold 2, 3, 4, and off. Great job. Let's get ready for one more performance at the beginning of our song at a little bit faster speed. Fingers ready on middle C. 1, 2, here we go. And hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2. Second line, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold for 2. Third line, note, half, note, half, note. Last line, hold for 2, hold for 2, hold, 2, 3, 4, and off. Congratulations on completing the song Hear the Wind Blow, and I will see you on the next one.